Hi everyone, so I'm back today to share with you 4 little folio junk journal thingies. I was inspired by a few people that make folios on a regular basis, and I thought I had them up on the screen, but no, I didn't. I must have dropped it away. Anyway, so I made 4, and then I've made this one as a craft with me, which you'll see that in a minute. Okay, and then at the end I will show you a flip through of them all, because they're all same but different. They're all similar. Okay, these will all be listed in my shop, and I'll put a link to them below. So there will be 4, and I'm going to make some more, and I got a lovely kit to play with that I want to make some more of these with. Might be slightly different, but same like folio type style. So these are, I just forgot what that said, 7¼ by 4¼ and each one's got a little blank journal attached inside. And like I say, stay tuned and I will make this one with you from start to finish, and then the other ones are made obviously before that. I've been doing this for about 3 days now, so yeah, stay tuned and watch this. So let's crack on and make this. As you see, I've got most things are prepared here, and this piece is already kind of cut down and folded and inked. That measures 18.5 by 10.5 centimeters. I just put that down there, so I don't know if you could see that, but anyway, here I am just using this piece to make some pockets, and I make 3 pockets for this one. Actually 4, because there's a pocket on the cover, but I make 4 pockets for inside the folio. So now I am just going to get some coffee dyed paper, and I'm just measuring with my eye again the length of the pocket that I want to make for the front of the folio, and then I'm just going to come in and fold that, because I don't want it to take up like the whole of the front of that page, or the front of it I should say. Just scoring that. And we're just taking off, well, a corner in, mitering these little corners first. This saves on bulk as well, and then taking this piece away because we don't need that. Here I'm just using, that's my wheel tab punch because my circle punch is rubbish. Just inking inside there so that it doesn't look like completely plain, if you know what I mean. And then inking up just around the edges and gluing that down. This is how I like to glue it down, the side bit in first, then the bottom bit up. It saves anything catching on that little bit at the bottom. So now I'm just coming in with another piece of paper, and again just eyeing everything up, no measuring. So now we're going to make a little pocket at the bottom. So now I'm going to come in with these little words. These are in my shop if you're interested. They come in a couple of different sizes, and you can also, you know, print them smaller anyway. So I'm using the word cherish here, just inking up around there, and I'm just going to put that onto some coffee dyed paper. Then I'm going to use the ruler, my little handmade tear ruler, which was inspired by Natasha from Treasure Books. And here I just used that because sometimes when it's a small piece I just don't seem to get it to grip well with the ruler. I don't know if it's just me, and then it ends up tearing a lot. So I just thought, because I'm on camera, I'm going to do it this way. You could keep it straight, you don't have to have it like, you know, like a kind of decorative edge. So now I'm going to, because this is going to be attached to the front, so I'm just going to use some of this coffee dyed fabric, and there was loads of little loose bits on there, and I got into a right tangle with that. And just pop that down, and then we'll let that dry for a little bit, and then I'll be back. So that has dried, and what I'm going to do now is put some fabric down like the spine of this. I'm calling that the spine. Technically it is the spine. Just some glue, just rubbing that down with my finger so that it's not all kind of, it doesn't like seep all through and leaves marks. And that's just a tacky glue that I'm using. If you've got Fabri-Tac, use that, or the 3-in-1, the Beacon 3-in-1, and then we'll just trim that off. So now I'm just going to attach that, and I'm just going to put glue down the one side because we're going to attach that to the small flap, just like that. So now I'm going to work on the tags. I'm going to do some inking up and some stamping, and I don't do all of it on camera because that takes ages. But these two tags, they're just coffee dyed. It's like cardstock, so they're just coffee dyed, and I'm just inking up, and then I'm going to stamp on them, and they're going to go in that front pocket that we just made. And I'm using a hole punch crocodile, and that's the ink that I used, and my 2 stamps. Now I'm going to like hole punch all the ones that need hole punching, which is probably most of them, and then ink them all up. Now we've done that, these three I'm going to decorate, and the images that I'm using are from TaylorMadeJournals, and I think they are called, is it Where Love Blooms? I think, but if you really want to know, just ask in the comment section. So here I'm just backing them onto some scrappy pieces just to give, like, you know, so each one is layered. So I'm just using these three words. Again, these are in my shop. I think they're in the £1 section. I could be wrong. So I'm just using a piece of music paper, that's original music paper, so that they've got like a, you know, a bit of a design on the back of the layer that I'm using. Is that the right word? Yeah. And we're just going to feed through some fabric. I'm just tying them in like a simple knot, and that's that. So now I've got them all, they've all got some fabric on them, like through the holes and whatnot. I'm just going to start putting them into the pockets. And then obviously we've got the pockets inside, and we'll just fill that up as well. So these two little pieces, now these are a freebie. in my shop, you can go check that out. I'm going to use that on that side as a little tuck as well, so we can tuck things inside there, and this one is getting glued down like completely. So I've made little signatures. They're all the same for all the journals. So obviously I'd pre-made them because I'd made like the other ones. And we're just going to stitch that in. And I'm not measuring or anything. I'm just guessing the center, and then roughly just under probably 2 inches either side. But you can mark that if you want to. And then we're just going to sew that in. So then I decided to put a little pocket on that inside piece there, and I'm just measuring again and tearing that off, folding it, well, creasing it down and then tearing it down. And we're just going to come in and do put a little notch in there, and then we're going to ink that up. So we'll just stick that down. And as you can see, I did actually use the same pattern on the front. It is a shame to cover them over sometimes, but I'm glad I covered it over like with the same thing. Otherwise, it would have been pointless. Anyhow. And I come along in a minute with a index card, and I just do some inking up, and I punch a tab and it wasn't successful, so I've done another one, which was great, and then we add that onto the index card. Of the video. The next part of the video will be a flip through of all 4 of them, and like I said, these will be available in my shop, so the link for that will be below as well. Go check them out. All the details on there of sizes, etc., will all be on each listing. Yeah, just stay tuned and watch all the other flip throughs. So thanks for watching the kind of craft with me part of this. So now I'm just going to do the flip through and show you them all. I'm just going to speak for a little bit here. They're all similar. Pockets the pockets change throughout, The signatures are very similar, only the book pages are different, obviously, and then the white book page as well is different. So like I said, these will be listed over on my coffee shop. There will be some form of offer on these. Might be a reducement, it might be free shipping, who knows, I'll decide when I put them on there. Yeah, if you do have any questions, if you want to know anything, just ask if I haven't already mentioned it. But yeah, just you can sit and watch the rest of them that I've made, or you can head straight over to the shop and you will see. I think I'll put an actual video, a separate video of just the flip through as well, just for the shop purposes as well, because obviously you don't want to, if you're going over to the shop and you just want to buy one of the journals, you don't want to be watching the whole craft with me side of it as well. So I'll put that up separately as well and link that on each of the listings. So yeah, just continue watching.